So I'm just going to get you to get very comfortable. And I'm just going to get you to take some 5-second breaths in, like always. Place your hands on your heart space and breathe in for 5. And out for 5. And in again. And out. And I just want you to really place your feet somewhere near the ground and just really ground your feet into the earth. And just jiggle your feet a few times if you need to. Just get your body and your sit bones feeling really comfortable. And then take another 5-second breath in. And breathe out. And we want to check in with this concept of over-responsibility and the concept of being an empath in this world and what they mean for us. So we're just going to find ourselves just moving our bodies a little bit. We just want to sway a little bit into the energy of this space. And I want you to see yourself in a crowded room. Okay, you're in the middle of the room and everybody around you is kind of like people on a dartboard. You're in the center of the dartboard and your closest people, your children, partners, parents, siblings, anyone that you consider in your absolute inner circle is directly around you, directly surrounding you. And in the next layer, like a circle around you, like the dartboard, is your next layer of people, be it close friends, relatives, colleagues, whoever it is, the people that are really close to you but not your super inner circle. You can have friends in your first circle, whatever feels right for you, whatever you can see around you. And so on and so forth. On the third circle, you'll have people that you're friends with but may not be as close to. The fourth circle is more acquaintances, potentially colleagues, some friends that you see very occasionally, maybe relatives that you don't see very often or not super close with. And it may not appear or seem like many people, but when you look around, it is absolutely crowded. It is full of people. And you being in the center of that circle, I just want you to have a bit of a feel what it feels like to be in the center of that circle. Does it feel peaceful and calm? Does it feel really frightening? Is it very overwhelming? How do you feel? And when you start to feel any sense of connection to people, whether it's overwhelming or any other way, I just want you to kind of turn around, like almost like you're in a swivel chair, and just look at the people that you feel are energetically connecting in very strongly with you. And what you're actually going to see are thought bubbles above everybody's head. And those thought bubbles have their beliefs, they have their emotions, they have their energy that they're projecting out into the world. Everybody has their own thought bubble. You might see some of those thought bubbles intermingling with other ones on the dartboard. And you may find there are people that are just only have their own thought bubble is the only one that matters, and it's the only one that's surrounding them. Different people have different colours as well, so you'll find that some people have particular colours, other people might have neutral colours, other people might feel a bit darker. You might feel and see people that it's psychedelic in colour. But everyone has a different identity, and you can identify them through their thought bubbles, through their colours, and through how many bubbles they are connected to. Just observe. And when you've had a really good look around, I want you to now look at your own little bubble. Look up, look at your thought bubble, and just see how many people on your dartboard you are connected with. Is it no one? Is it one person? Is it all of them? And I just want you to see your thought bubble, and it's almost like the thought bubble has spikes, and those spikes are leading out to other people's thought bubbles. And I just want you to have a bit of a look there and see if there's any bleeding of thoughts or beliefs or colours from other people into yours, or vice versa. Just observe. Just look at it all dispassionately. Just accept whatever you see for now. What I want you to start seeing as well is in any of these spikes, if there is a sense of responsibility for the energy exchange, they're going to start turning red. And if there's any thoughts or beliefs or emotions of other people on the board, their energy, just temporarily, just for awareness, will also turn red. Everybody else on the board will be green, and so you'll have a mishmash probably of red people and green people. Use your swivel chair, swivel around, take a look. And when you've had a bit of a look, just be aware, acknowledge and accept whatever you see. There is no judgment. Take a big 5-second breath in. And breathe out again. And everybody comes back to their original colour. Now you have awareness of what that looks like. We can start the healing. So I want you to imagine the center of the dartboard, and I want you to imagine that surrounding that center of the dartboard is this beautiful pearlescent, pinky, smuggly, really interesting kind of cloudy bubble. It's not hard, it's not permeable, it's got an interesting kind of permission energy to it. You permit what comes in and you permit what stays out. and you place that around you. It's covering the entire middle of the dartboard that you are sitting in, and it is completely surrounding you, above and below and all around you. And I want you to ask for clarity and a dispensation to release all of the thoughts and the emotions and the responsibility that you have for everybody else. All those spikes leading out of your thought bubble. We're just going to ask for everything that isn't yours to be kindly placed into the outside of your pinky, rosy, squibbly energy space. It's going to come down the outside of it like it's going down Teflon, and it's going to go down into the earth, and we're going to ask Mother Gaia to bring healing into all of that for you and for the people that you're taking responsibility for right now. And for the people that you're empathing for as well. We're going to ask for angelic help with this process. If that's a struggle, we're going to ask for Michael and Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, Sandalphon and Metatron to hold 6 directions. We're going to ask for Kuan Yin to help with this boundary. And the Guardians of the Light to help with anything that we feel is dark or anything that is really dragging us down at this point, anything that's creating a sense of dread or fear or worry or concern. We just ask for the Guardians of the Light to illuminate all of that and to help cleanse and clear the energy. And as we feel this beautiful squibbly energy around us that's kind of moves a little bit like jelly, what we're actually going to notice is that a lot of those spikes coming out of our thought bubble is going to come back within that boundary of the jelly, and all of the spikes are kind of softening, they're healing. As we basically remove any connection, any tears in our etheric field, any lack of boundary, we are bringing in a sense of peace and connection with all of our own thoughts and belief patterns, and they are staying contained within our own thought bubble. They are not being projected outwards, and they are not being projected by others inwards, so we think that they're ours. Everything that stays in that thought bubble is 100% yours. From that thought bubble, we're going to remove any hooks, any cords, barbs, ties, attachments, enmeshments, contracts, surrogacies, and influence between anybody else and you. Everything that you've thrown out to other people, you're going to bring back to that thought bubble. And everything that isn't, we're going to keep sending back down into the earth. The beautiful squibbly pinky energy is releasing anything that isn't serving you, anything that's lower grade that isn't holding your beautiful sovereign space of love and compassion for self. Is being released now into the earth. And as this happens, you just feel this sense of relief, you feel this sense of burden coming off you. Any connections that have been in your body that have been causing physical pain are released now. Any part of you that's felt dark or heavy or overburdened is released. The Guardians of the Light are coming in and releasing all of that for you. And anybody else on the dartboard who would like this healing, you may send it to them as well. So everyone has the sovereign right and power to create this for themselves wherever they are on your dartboard, with their higher self's permission. now that you have this beautiful energy around you and your thought bubble is entirely yours, we're going to allow a beautiful connection that comes from the top of your thought bubble all the way up into the greater central sun, into source energy. And a connection from the bottom of the thought bubble all the way down into the Mother Gaia. And so now it's almost going to start to look a little bit like a egg timer, but with 3 bits. You're going to have the top that's reaching up into source energy. It's going to funnel down into the top of your head through your crown chakra. It's going to go out again into your thought bubble. It's going to go in again underneath you, and then it's going to go out again down into Mother Gaia. So you've got this beautiful sovereign energy space with complete connection to source and to Mother Earth. And the energy around you is permissive, so you can decide based on your beliefs, your emotions, and your own colours what comes in and what comes out. If you have any boundaries you would like to place into that thought bubble, you may do that now. If there's anything still coming at you from other people in your dartboard, I just want you to notice and acknowledge that it just kind of slips like Teflon outside of this pinky, fluffy energy field that you have around you. It just kind of doesn't stick. It doesn't get impacted. It doesn't come through to you, the person. It just slides off, goes down the outside of that beautiful timer bubble and into earth energy for healing. We're not throwing it back at them. We're not creating a chain of pain. We are just observing. Just want you to feel into your body now. Look at what colour you might have. See if it's different to before. I want you to look up at your thought bubble and see what it feels like. See what it looks like. And I want you to feel any sovereign power that you have, knowing and feeling your own energy, your own beliefs and thought patterns, especially the ones in your highest good. And we're going to ask for your thought bubble now to kind of very gently disperse, open up, and just surround and encompass your entire energy body. All that pink fluffy goodness that's around you with that beautiful jelly-like consistency on the outside, everything within that jelly energy is completely going to be surrounded and completely permeable to all of those beliefs. All of those thought patterns that are in your highest good, your highest self, channeling all of this through for you now. And it's entering your entire energy space from source all the way into earth, and it's going to be your sovereign energy space. It's going to be your signature on earth, your connection to source, and your vibrational identity. Feel the power that's coming into your body, into your field, into your mind as this is happening and expanding out. Your higher self is channeling beautiful, clear, crystal energy of compassion, love, understanding, forgiveness, acceptance, all through your body, all through your field, out of your heart space. Your heart is opening up like a beautiful rose and creating this amazing energy of high fifth dimensional vibration that is your sovereign, unique identifier on earth. You are aware of everybody on your dartboard, but you are completely unaffected by them. And as you own and hold this beautiful special energy, I want you to again just start observing, sit in your swivel chair and spin around. How's everyone on your dartboard looking right now? Is there still a bit of ribble-rubble going on? Is everyone calm and at peace and in their own beautiful timer bubble? And the most important thing is if you see anybody on your dartboard struggling and you have this sense of needing to rescue, I'm going to invite you not to. Instead, I'm going to invite you to just expand your own beautiful bubble and let your beautiful bubble encompass them so that they can feel your sovereign power, your compassionate love, your acceptance and understanding for yourself and also for them. And as they feel that beautiful, unique vibrational identifier that is you, you can see and feel them calming themselves and starting to recognize their sovereign power and their ability to change themselves as well. And you can feel this expand across your entire dartboard, your energy bubble, this beautiful pink, squishy, amazing energy that is you. The pink squishy energy doesn't change your own vibrational color. And as it expands out across the entire dartboard, you also feel that it's embracing whatever unique color that you have that is yours. It's changing from pink to whatever is your beautiful, personal, unique, vibrational identifier. It's your sovereign power here on earth. It's your sovereign identity on earth. And it's only yours. Your unique expression. Everyone has their own unique expression of compassionate love, understanding, connection, acceptance. And as everybody on your dartboard feels it, they have the sovereign power and right to choose whether they create their own beautiful timer or not. Just accept whatever anybody's decision is. And whenever you're ready, bring your energy back into the middle of the dartboard. Keep that sovereign space free and clear. Keep that jelly-like energy completely impermeable unless you allow it. It's a beautiful jelly-like substance. Anything that was thrown at you, Teflon into the earth for healing. Anything that feels like a beautiful love connection, you are allowed to create that connection if you choose. And just be aware that your thought bubble hasn't been affected by this. Your thought bubble that has now become your entire energy field is still your own sovereign power. It hasn't been impacted unduly by anybody else's, unless you have allowed it to be. There is no rescuing. There is no responsibility for anybody apart from your own energy body. And that energy body is filtered into every cell, tissue and organ of your body. it's almost like your entire body is now glowing with this beautiful new crystalline energy structure of you, the sovereign you. And as you're walking around today, I just want you to remember this part of you, remember this aspect of self as you go through your day, as you interact with others. And when you feel this sense of needing to hold your space, just remember the mantra, I am my sovereign power. And just imagine this timer coming back, or imagine the timer staying there. Whatever it is, wherever you're at. Remember this as your absolute true self. Your teaching and healing is through this vehicle, and only this vehicle. And slowly by slowly, the people in the outer circles of your dartboard are just fading into the background, almost like lights going off on a stage. And one by one, those circles just darken out as they go off to their own business and their own days, doing their own things. And just that very, very inner circle, just do one last swivel around on your chair and thank each and every one of those beautiful people for being in your world before it darkens out, and then you alone are the light. Remember who you are, remember why you're here, and remember the power that you bring to your everyday. Whenever you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes, come back into the room that you're in, and open your eyes.